So in the last 24 hours, nearly $400 million just vanished in forced liquidations. But I think the craziest part is that it wasn't even caused by human panic, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when a drop like that happens, everyone just naturally stares at the price action. But for our deep dive today, we're really looking at the mechanics driving this rapid correction.
Right.
And honestly, we need to look at the regulatory war over infrastructure that's happening right under our noses while everyone is distracted by those red candles.
Right, because as you probably saw, Bitcoin dropped below $60,000, hitting an intraday low of $58,000.
Mhm.
But wait, you mentioned earlier this wasn't human panic, it was price-agnostic selling.
Right. It was triggered by a massive $10.6 billion options expiration on Deribit.
Okay, but why would an algorithm force a dealer to just, like, sell at a loss just because a contract expires?
So think of it like balancing a seesaw. These options dealers have to maintain what's called a delta neutral portfolio.
Which just means they structure things so they don't lose
Yeah.
money, regardless of broader market direction.
Right. Precisely. So when the options market drops heavily on one side, their algorithms are mathematically forced to just dump weight, in this case, spot Bitcoin on the other side to keep the seesaw level. It's pure math, not emotion.
Okay, so it's like a mechanical clearing out of over-leveraged positions, like a controlled forest fire clearing dead wood.
Yeah, it's painful, sure, but it's not a fundamental failure of the network itself. And this actually aligns with a massive institutional rotation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, spot ETFs just bled over $1.16 billion in like 48 hours. Allocators are actively shifting capital out of digital assets and putting it into traditional AI and semiconductor equities.
Wow, which completely explains why we're seeing this stress test corporate treasuries right now.
Yeah.
Like, look at Strategy Inc. They use a preferred stock, ticker STRC, to fund spot purchases.
Right, and that's supposed to hold a par value of $100.
Exactly. But it completely decoupled and plunged down to $75.08. It just shows the cracks in that leverage architecture.
Yeah, I mean, that decoupling is literally the sound of a fragile debt model cracking, especially when you contrast it with a company like HIBE securing $115 million in 0% exchangeable notes.
Right. Because of how it's structured, they don't face those same forced liquidations. But the real contrast isn't just between two corporations, is it? It's corporate leverage versus on-chain capital efficiency.
Oh, absolutely. While corporate models are fracturing, protocol efficiency is just surging. Look at Spark and Uniswap deploying their new dual pool system.
Yeah, that's where they automatically shift $150 million of idle stablecoins into yield-bearing vaults.
Right, exactly. And in traditional finance, moving idle cash into a yield-generating account takes, business days, banking hours, human approval.
Right, it's so slow.
But dual pool uses a smart contract to do it in milliseconds. The contract pulls the exact amount back the millisecond it's needed for a swap.
So the capital is literally never lazy, which completely explains why traditional finance is suddenly so eager to co-opt this technology.
Eager, yes, but they're also actively dodging domestic regulatory friction to actually do it.
Right, and the irony here is just glaring. I mean, Nouriel Roubini, who has been one of the loudest crypto skeptics out there, is launching a tokenized fund called USAFI.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
But to make sure it can trade 24/7, he's completely bypassing the U.S. and deploying it through Dubai's regulators.
It really highlights how chaotic the domestic battleground is right now. You have legacy banks demanding Congress block Kraken from getting a Federal Reserve master account.
Because they're terrified of native digital firms accessing central bank rails.
Exactly. And locally, you've got Louisville, Texas, zoning out AI and mining data centers, and Minnesota just outright banning cryptocurrency ATMs statewide.
Wait, so local governments are flat out banning the infrastructure, but at the federal level, they're reviewing H.R. 9175 to give long-term tax deferrals to network validators.
Yeah.
That is just a total disconnect in policy.
It is. The leverage flush grabs all the headlines, but the real story is this quiet, intense war over infrastructure and policy.
And that's exactly why we look beneath the surface on this deep dive. So here's something to ponder on your own. If vocal skeptics are tokenizing assets abroad while legacy banks fight native digital firms here at home, will the future of digital finance be led by the original innovators or simply swallowed by the traditional giants they set out to replace? Think about that.